Welcome to Love My 419 from the Harold Jaffe Jewelers Studio. I'm Bill Delaney, lovely Sandy Eisenberg, and debonair Steve Remy. 419. Okay, you got a cup, Steve. Great. Okay. Stevie got a cup.
You got
all right,
man. It's early Sunday, baby.
All right, stop. Here we go. We got to get this going because we got a lot to do today. We have Nick Coleman is going to be with us for a little interview later on. The Cosby Mistrial.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Houston and crew. The Medicaid door is closing in Ohio.
Yeah, boy.
Now we'll talk about that one. UT and Lourdes is getting out some money.
Yep.
And it's a good deal because things are going to be happening that are fine. And absolutely 419, we're going to do some philanthropy
Oh, I love that.
with the Alzheimer's Foundation.
Yes.
How's that?
Sounds good to me.
And we're going to discuss all of these things and more stuff when we come back. Stay tuned.
Love My 419 is brought to you by Harold Jaffe Jewelers. And without Harold Jaffe Jewelers, there's no Love My 419. Without any Love My 419, you would have nothing to do, nothing to talk about. You would know everything that's cool on the 419. So thank you to Harold Jaffe Jewelers. It's where Toledo gets engaged.
More 419 in a moment, but right now we have Jeff.
Right.
Hey, thanks, Bill.
Hocus pocus.
This is leading into kind of what I want to talk about because
Fantasies?
well, that too.
Whoa.
But no, I'm talking transformation. Now here we've taken Bill
Thank God.
and made him.
Where'd you take him?
Turned him in by the magic of television
Magic.
Into this gorgeous woman,
into Amy.
Thank you.
And that's what we do with jewelry. You know,
Really?
we do all those custom designs we talk about,
Right.
and all the remodeling of family jewelry, and even new pieces. But the whole idea for us is to preserve the family history, and so we can take something and remodel it from an old, not so pretty piece into a lovely
lots
butterfly.
of things I would like you to do that with.
I'd be happy
I have a
to.
whole pile of jewelry that I need to bring to
Yeah.
you.
I'm happy to.
He does beautiful work.
We call that a jewelry box makeover.
Yes.
And
he will
I
probably
need one.
handle-
Yeah, we'd
he'll
like to do
handle
that.
the account himself, I'm sure. But I'm calling his
well,
wife anyway.
Everybody gets personal attention at the store.
Yes, for sure.
He made a beautiful necklace for me,
Thank
too.
you.
He
I
took
like
some
those. Those are
spoons of
beautiful.
mine and made them into a fabulous tiara.
We do that a lot with old spoons.
There you go.
Do you make tiaras? Okay. Tiara.
I wondered about him for a long time.
Appreciate you guys for
Without
having
you,
me.
there wouldn't be us.
And
Well,
Jaffe
true.
Jewelers has been around for 75?
70.
Wow.
70 years.
70 years.
Okay.
Working on our 71st,
Yep.
and hope to be around for, that
At
many
least
more.
70 more.
Yeah,
Right.
Well,
cool. But
Give or
thank
take
you.
a couple of years.
Thanks for having us. Hope to see you next week.
Yep.
Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, and Steve. And Steve, what have you got for us
Well,
today?
we love our sponsors. And
Oh, do we?
love Rachel Michaels. I got to
Yes,
tell you
we do.
this story. So our producer, illustrious producer, Andre, was like a kid in the candy store this past week when him and I went over to the
I'd love
store.
to have seen that. Yeah.
I never saw somebody move around the store sampling popcorn so fast in my life, but it was great.
Should have filmed that one.
Yeah.
Right?
Take pictures next
there
time.
There wasn't enough film. I'll just put that one. But we had a good time, and you too will have a good time, especially if you mention how much you love our show. By saying you love My 419, you get a free mini bag. So how do you get that again? By mentioning
Love My 419.
There you go. So you
You
go
got
in
it.
there.
You got
And
it.
she's got Toff's ice cream too.
Oh,
so
yeah. Well,
Nummies.
one-stop
excellent.
shop.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, listen, let's get into our topics. The first
Yeah.
one is the Cosby mistrial. And what I want to know is how would you guys react to this, and what is your feeling on it?
I never thought he was guilty. I'm just like, it's another one of these stories,
He
a
said, she
local,
said.
he said, she said,
Yeah.
celebrity, because look at him. He was basically the father figure for everybody. Always, he's the father
Right.
to everybody,
Show
Yeah,
was
he was
good.
a big
show was
star.
good. He's
I
a
mean, he
huge,
started
huge
out that way.
star.
Yeah.
I saw him at the Strand, and he is so funny.
And his
Yeah.
wife
Funny
is
guy.
lovely. I just don't think that allegedly he needed to do what allegedly was said that he had done. I just don't think he
But
did.
Well, there's a lot of people that came out. A lot of women
Yeah,
came out.
see-
When you get one, you get a ton of them.
Right.
And things back then, you got to consider the era and the time, I
Right.
think. But on the same token, they couldn't come to a decision.
Nope.
So it should basically just
Go away.
drop it.
Exactly.
It's done. The man can't see. He's coming down to the end of the road. He's had an illustrious career.
Right, right.
And I saw him in New York myself from a window way up on a
Right.
building, but he was there, and his shows were excellent.
Right.
But what he did maybe was not exactly right, but I think they knew what was coming down.
Right. And what
Well-
was the motivation behind it? It always seems to be money.
Well, how about this?
Right.
How about the damage done to him and his so-called accusers?
Exactly.
My concern was, who waits 20 to 25 years to talk about being raped and drugged
Right.
It's a long time period, isn't it?
for an awfully long
Right.
time period? Did they not tell other people? Did they not go to the police? Why wouldn't they do that? They were so
Right.
afraid of his celebrity.
Right. And
Status?
the sad part now, his name is tarnished.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
put yourself in his
Well,
position.
The thing that I didn't
Absolutely.
like so much, what I read and what I'd heard, was that he had an business arrangement with her after the fact, and he was paying her. He had paid her money over the years. What's that all about? I mean, there's always three sides of every
Oh,
story.
absolutely. And
his
I've
side, her side, and the real side.
well, it's just like you said. You've been accused of things in your position,
Right.
and I have been accused of things.
Absolutely.
And unless you know the exact story behind it, bye-bye.
And what do you do with that? I mean, the people that really know you and love you, of course, they're going to believe you. But this is a man on, superstar status. I mean, so now what?
International
His
status.
legacy is kind of tarnished now.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
It is.
it's a sad, whether guilty or not guilty. I think it's a sad commentary.
I think so
And who
too.
waits 20, 25 years to yell rape?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, seriously. And I mean, I'm
Right.
talking about women as well as men. You cannot wait 20 to 25 years to talk about somebody that has violated you.
I agree.
Okay, we've got to move on now with another topic, which is Houston and crew. Medicaid door is closing in Ohio.
Oh boy.
Now,
Good.
basically, what's coming down here is that the state senate this week has voted on a budget that would freeze enrollment in the Ohio Medicaid expansion next year.
Okay.
So what do we think is going to happen with this? Democrats' argument presented at the beginning of the controversial program. The Finance Committee on last Tuesday, voted to set a deadline of July 1st, so enrollment in Medicaid before the doors closes. Now,
Oh, boy.
if you don't, you're out.
Right. So it behooves people to quickly enroll.
Right.
That would be the way to go,
Now-
I think. But I go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the governor last year did a really good job on preserving Medicaid and expanding it in Ohio.
Right.
But, he's talking about all these millions that are sitting in the quote unquote rainy day fund.
Mm-hmm.
Well, folks, it's raining. He's got millions in there.
It's
Yes.
storming. Yeah.
Right, it's storming. He has cut off local government funds to the city, the county.
Now you got me because I'm with you on that. This
And I
rainy
just-
day thing, I think he's just setting himself up to run for president again.
Well, it's
And
not his money to use, but in the meantime,
No.
he's taken away from teachers. He's taken away from the education system. He's taken away from county and city governments, that especially county, that uses that money in job and families and all kinds of other areas.
I can't defend it. I agree.
Well, it's just
Write that down. He agreed with me. That's one.
Well, listen, also in local politics this past week, there was a gathering for TomWienewski at his new headquarters, and we have a little clip of what's going on there. So let's go ahead and take a look at that.
Well, we knew people were hot under the collar because their roads weren't getting paved, so we thought we would cool them down with some free ice cream. And we are opening our South Toledo campaign headquarters. We know that this is an area that we want to concentrate on, listen to the residents. We've done a survey through the area to gauge what these residents are thinking of. We'll do the same thing in North, West, and East Toledo. So this is really the first of what could be several campaign headquarters that we're opening, and just sent out a bunch of mailers and invited the public here, and we got a pretty darn good turnout. First of all, I love my 419. And so as we go out and talk to people, I mean, we really, it's a lot of work, and we have a lot of volunteers who have come to help us, but it's a lot of work. Having an event like this where we can just sit in a relaxed setting and talk with people and share a cup of ice cream and a joke and a laugh really gives the boost to the campaign, because it's a lot of work. We're being grilled by the media all the time. And so this really is a nice, relaxing way for us to celebrate the campaign and really, hopefully, show residents that true leadership is needed in this town. And we're going to do that by readjusting our assessment program. And again, I can get into great detail on that, but we've got a plan for everything. And then hopefully when we do that, it'll restore the confidence in the city.
That's why we need 6'2" dark-haired male sponsors.
Oh, jeez.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3. I'll look for some for you.
Oh. You giving a shot?
No, there was no basic instinct there.
Guys will
there was
call
none of that.
like crazy. They'll want their
Yes.
apartments cleaned and everything.
That's true.
Apartments and departments.
Yeah. So, welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, and Steve. You should have been here for the break. It was something else. We have a special guest that we're going to try and get to, Amy Harmon. And
Hi.
I know you've got a business going, and you do tremendous work.
I do.
And
And we're showing her love, too, because that's how we do our sponsors.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We show our sponsors
We
a
like
lot
them
of
to
love.
come on the show and really get a chance to talk. You won't get that on any other show.
No.
I haven't noticed that on any other show.
That's right.
No, absolutely not. You get plenty of love here.
Thank you. I feel the
a little
love.
more than maybe usual. I don't know. Well,
no.
what are we going to say? Anyway, go for it.
Well, I would like to say
Yes.
thank you for having me and showing the love,
Yes.
for my business. I'm going to run a special for new clients only for the month of July. You will get $20 off your initial cleaning.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's right.
Just for July.
And they do good work.
I do.
Where's
yes,
my
I
pen?
have. I
I
have
gotta write this
plenty
down.
of clients.
July.
Okay.
My phone number is 567-249-6787. That would be Amy's cleaning service.
Don't
Not
call her
my
after
personal-
11,
I understand.
Bill.
I
Yes.
understand you got that lasso thing in the ads.
That's right. I'm the Wonder Woman of
The
Clean.
Wonder Woman. She's
I'm the Wonder Woman of Clean, and I
believe that?
may or may not bring my golden lasso. I'm not sure.
Please.
And yes, and you can also find me on Facebook under Amy's Cleaning Service.
I love that.
That's excellent. Excellent. We appreciate you being here, my dear.
Yes.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, Steve, and we have our special guest, Mr. Nick Coleman, who is running for city council. And I just told Nick that I have bowed out of running for city council, and you're what?
What was
Thankful.
your response?
Thank you.
Yeah, too much competition. I couldn't keep up.
Well, it's good to have you here. It really
Thanks very
is.
much.
And I know that what you're going into is going to be a tough situation, but give us some idea of what your platform is.
Sure. Yeah. So I think it's really important that we start looking at how we function as a city differently. There's no doubt that the same tactics and the same funding that we've been used to are changing drastically every day, and it's time for some new ideas and new innovation. So I think I think it's time that we take a look at things differently. And so I'm looking at how we can become a smarter city, all the way from our children to our lovely older population. Yeah, I'm not going to point any fingers.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at her. I'm looking at you.
Oh, way to go!
I'm voting for that.
What a
kid.
way to
Why
treat
are
her.
you running the city?
What a way to treat a Republican.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
See,
You're
we can
not.
still have a good dialogue.
Yeah, we
here,
can.
right?
We
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Absolutely.
No, it's good.
Those are the
But
best dialogue.
Yeah.
I'd love to see us invest in children, really start talking about universal pre-K and what that looks like, and starting with kids younger. I think that's important. We have to start thinking about new technologies that can help us save money and provide better customer service as a city, right? So,
Correct.
that includes putting more things online, more accessibility online for people, general citizens to use them, right? So that will allow people that are sitting in offices that are pushing paper to get out and interact more.
But I know you're going to concentrate on streets.
Well, of course,
I know you're going to concentrate on the beautification of our city to make it look
Absolutely.
a little bit better.
Yep.
And
Right.
Please fix his
go ahead. I'm
street.
sorry.
Fix his street.
What street do you live on?
What?
What street do you live on?
Buckloo.
Buckloo. All right, I'm going to note it.
Now, will you be the first bearded city council member?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Oh, now we
I
need to
don't
find
think
that
so.
out. I mean, that could be a game changer.
It could be a game changer. People compliment my beard all the time.
Oh,
so
beards are awesome.
Thank you.
Beards are awesome.
Yeah.
You're not
People
afraid of
wanna
air
know.
conditioning, are you?
People
Not
want
afraid
to
of
know
air
about
conditioning.
beards.
Sure.
Oh my heavens!
They're not even
That's it.
No, they're not. No, we're just over here. Yeah.
Well, I am looking forward to when it's time to vote because I'm going to say you got my support. That's for
thank you.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I can't vote for you because I live in Sylvania Township, but if I could, I would.
Well, I appreciate that. And?
And I like
I'll
young
think
people
about it.
running.
All right.
About it.
Maybe I'll come back on here another time and I can convince you.
After
even further, right?
September.
After September. However, we should still talk about September. So the primary election is September 12th. So
Right.
To be
That's
frank,
good.
yeah. I mean, knocking on doors. I've talked to a lot of voters already. I've been knocking on doors. I've been making
Good.
phone calls.
Smart move.
Yeah, and I'm talking to people about what matters to them, and they're telling me. And to be honest, they're very excited that a younger person is running. It's not even just the young factor necessarily, right? I mean,
And
you
your
better know
last-
what you're doing.
Your last name is well known in this area. Howie
I do know
Coleman
that. Yeah.
Yes.
was a fabulous, fabulous athlete.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Is he
so-
related? Are you related?
Yeah,
Are
it's
you?
my dad's cousin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, and my dad actually owns a jewelry store in Genoa, and Butch used to come out and do autograph signings with folks that would come into the shop. It was always a good time. People liked
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
We can't say jewelry store here, though. It's
Oh, sorry. A different. It was not
It's
okay. I
it
better
was a
shut
store
up. I'm
that
gonna
sold
shut up.
a store that sold
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
okay, I hate
Stuff
to do
store.
this, but we got to move on. We'll be back right after this message, and I want to wish you all the good luck.
Good luck,
Thank
Nick.
you so much.
It's been a real
I
pleasure.
really do.
think
But
you're
anyway,
great.
we'll be back right after this message. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, Sandy, and Steve. And Steve, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we
here?
love our sponsors, and we definitely love Men's Warehouse. Right now, they're sharing their appreciation for all you people out there that are getting married with the Love My 419 Love Promotion. $40 off tux and suit rental credits, $40 off your retail, 40% off your retail purchases, turns into $50 off tux and suit rental when you mention
Love My 419.
There you
Excellent.
You can also rent a suit or a tux if you're getting a divorce and you wish to celebrate.
There you go.
Or if you get married next week again.
There you go.
That's right.
Same deal.
Or the same day.
Right. There you go. Whichever.
All right, folks.
Whichever comes
These are stories you need to know.
The 419 stories you need to know.
Oh my gosh. We love this part. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So let's roll on with this thing. The
Yeah.
UT and Lourdes have money for the students.
Right.
UT is getting $400,000. Lourdes is getting $1.2 million.
For Upward Bound.
Upward Bound. And Steve, what have you got on that?
Well, it's a renewal. It gives 50 students from Waite and Woodward
Right.
who are in their senior years, and the money goes towards providing leadership and education, continuing education for
So
these
it's a good
students.
deal. It's
I
a
think
great-
it's a
yeah.
great deal.
For young
It's
people
fantastic.
From Woodward and
From
Waite
Woodward
that
and Waite.
qualify.
Super.
Or that might normally not get the opportunity to have that advantage.
Input
Right.
Exactly.
into
So I
their
think
lives.
that's really
That's
cool.
great.
I
Well,
love
I think
that.
it's wonderful.
You
And
know-
I think that's the kind of money that should go to young people to help them in their life.
Absolutely.
Well,
if
it
they
gives
run
them
into a problem, you never know what's going to happen.
Right.
And just to get them
Yeah.
through, you
Yeah.
don't know. But
And you were talking about problem, and
Yeah.
I'm loving that UT and Lourdes have money for students when they have problems
Right,
in
correct.
college with this new $400,000 emergency grant called the Dash Emergency Grant.
Right.
Now that's cool. So what it does is it sets aside $1,000 for these students that have emergencies, so that they don't have to drop out of college.
Their car completely breaks
that can-
down,
and
or
that happens.
something happens in the family. You got to
Exactly.
get an airplane ride out of town, or whatever it might.
It is
Yeah.
a really great opportunity for some young people that
Yes.
have significant
Super.
issues come up in their life that they have no planning for.
Yeah. Well, kudos to whoever, did the paperwork to apply for that grant, because it's definitely going to be
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
a good deal, because I hate to see that.
Well,
happen
I
to
don't.
these
I don't know
kids.
if that's a totally good deal, but let's talk about a good deal or not a good deal. Monroe,
Michigan.
Monroe, Michigan.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They're shutting down their ice rink,
Yeah.
and the reason being is they had to spend so much money to drain the swamp in there.
$300,000 to $500,000.
Well, that's to build it back up,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
To build it back up and make it nice and
they
level.
spent $15,000
Because when you skated, you went like this.
Right.
Well, the
apparently.
big issue is evidently they didn't keep it up over the years, so therefore you have big problems because you were afraid to spend little money on a year-to-year basis.
Right.
With those kind of areas, swimming pools and skating rinks, you have to keep up.
Well, whatever they're going to decide, we have 2 skating rinks in town. Come on down. Come on down.
Come on down.
Yeah,
75,
try and get some
right?
ice time
some
right
ice
in
time.
here. You're right on Alexis Road. There's one. Okay.
Hey, get some ice time at the Huntington Center, for heaven's sakes. They're one of the
What?
top in the country now.
Right.
Well, they
right.
got to put the
That
ice
building.
down. Oh, well, yeah.
You want to learn how to do a figure 8? I'll teach you. There you go.
I think
You've
that's
done a
more
lot of
I
figure
wanna
eights, haven't
know.
you, Steve?
I've done a lot of skating in
I
my
bet
life.
you have, you little devil.
Okay, another thing that probably Democrats down on Bowling Green are doing. Not to say that
Now watch it. There
Democrats
might be
don't-
a Republican or two wandering loose.
just because they don't like
They broke loose
taxes.
their chains and ropes.
Okay, hold on. They want to add a tax to trash pickup to balance their budget.
Right.
Why not a bake sale or a car wash or something like that?
You know what? I think I read an article talking about Bowling Green that a lot of these young people that rent these houses that are going to the university
Yeah.
just are basically quote unquote slobs.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, and the garbage is all over the buildings and all over the grounds, and the
Well,
cars
yeah.
are parked on the grass, and nobody takes care of anything. I was just in Ann Arbor during this past week.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, every one of those houses that are rented, the 3, 4, and 5 or 6 kids, they're neat, they're cared for, they have a regular housing unit and inspectors that go out there for landlords to take care of their property.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't see that.
In Bowling Green.
Well, I got news for you. You don't see it around TU very
Y-
much.
yeah,
either.
yeah,
There's
we've
a
got-
couple of areas. Unfortunately, the TU is really trying.
Their
to
shares,
clean up
their
and
shares of
stuff.
problems
Well-
go all the way around here.
Listen, when you got a lot of kids that don't take care of stuff,
You're gonna have trash.
Well, those kids
But-
drink a lot of Natty Light in Bowling Green. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I know firsthand. So.
Listen,
That's what I want to know.
we've got more to come. We got to take a break right here. We'll be right back.
Love My 419 is brought to you in part by 360 Painting. The residential and commercial painting experts bring you the Love for Vets promotion 419. No obligation quotes with 30% off for veterans in the month of June on all interior and exterior painting. Contact them today for more information. To book a quote, dial 419-360-9121.
Can we, Sandy? Welcome back to Love My 419. I'm Bill, the cackling Yenta, and Steve. Okay, now, Steve,
Oh,
what
my
have you got, buddy?
Well, we all look good again
Oh.
because of Paul Mitchell, the school,
Yes.
doing our makeup. So we got to give some love to them. The full
you guys.
Cosmopolitan School with a full-service salon curriculum. Cosmo. Currently enrolling now for fall 2017. Yes. So there you go.
Okay, now,
Paul Mitchell.
Well, you know what? We were out this past week, and it's part of the philanthropy that we do here on
Yes.
Love My 419, and I got the honor of emceeing a fashion show there. And more so, some of our other constituents in the media were with us.
Oh, really?
Yes. Christy Lee from Channel 11 and Christina Williams for Channel 13. We had a great time, so let's check it out.
Rachel's picking up stuff and shooting for the TV show. So, here's a donation thing for Harrisburg.
Yeah, I didn't know that Bella told me tickets, so.
Yeah, she made team.
I know.
She's a happy. Write that check, girl.
Beer, buffalo,
Ooh, look at that.
cheddar.
Perfect. I'm in a charity fashion show today for Alzheimer, so he's always been one of the go-theres for it. So. Right. Well, my friend, you always get it right.
Thank you so much. All right. Appreciate it.
I am Barbara. I work for HCF Management here at the Manor at Perrysburg. This is our third annual Garden Tea Party Fashion Show as a fundraiser for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here.
All the guys that are in the fashion show.
Signature Harley Davidson for this little number.
Okay, I know.
Fast and Class is the name of the game with this girl. And she wanted me to tell you, the dress she's wearing, oh yes, it's reversible. Oohs and ahs all around. Ready? Ooh.
Welcome back to Love My 419 one final time. And we have our final thoughts.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I was talking about
Talk
earlier.
fast, 'cause I've got a long thing
You got
to
a long thing? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, she's loaded with it.
I was privy to going down to Columbus last weekend for the Pride Fest down in Columbus. They broke records with 1 million people attending.
Wow.
It's huge. Third largest in the country, surpassing even Chicago. But what was so interesting about it, the harmony of everybody getting along.
That was nice.
I mean, there was no opposition to no protesters,
no throwing
calm,
things,
accepting, no fear of, getting a beer bottle or anything thrown at you.
That was good.
Although the three guys in the Cheetos dresses weren't very fashionable, but that's a whole nother show. But we had a good time.
The picture is too much for me to absorb.
Maybe you guys should run the country. What the heck?
Listen, so far we haven't done a great job. But anyway, I want to say one thing. I think when the city keeps finding more and more money, and as a former councilman, I understand where the money goes and how it comes in, but after every single elected official becomes the mayor or the treasurer of the county or the commissioners, they all are supposed to have an audit when they assume office.
Right.
And I don't know that they ever had an audit when Mike Bell became mayor, Mike Collins became mayor, or even when Paula became mayor. So they need to have either the state or a private company that's trustworthy come in, do a complete fiscal audit of every fund, where the money comes from, where the money goes.
Right.
And a complete review.
Yeah.
I think the citizens of Toledo
Need-
and
yeah.
the surrounding area, because everybody does business at some point in time, or eats dinner or lunch or something in the city.
Somebody knows.
Needs to know
Yeah.
where the money goes and how it comes in.
Yeah.
Well,
And
if I could
an auditor
add one
come in and
thing
do it.
to add to this,
Yeah.
we have a terrific guy down there. I will praise him every chance I get, Mr. Jack Seddick, who is the auditor for the city. And the money that's there has always been there. It's just moved to a different fund.
Well, that's why.
And people don't understand where all of this is coming from. And I can't say enough about him. He's a terrific guy, but he's under attack right now, and he doesn't deserve that.
Well, I just think that there should be findings from some auditing company or the state
and as long as
office.
it's somebody in the city of Toledo can do the auditing, why do we have to go even to Michigan or something like that to get an audit done?
Well, the other thing is the state of Ohio and the county has the state of Ohio come in, and I am sure that the state would come in and audit all the books and funds for the city of Toledo.
I don't agree.
I don't think that's
I agree
too much
with you,
to
Sandy.
ask.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Right.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, he agreed
Don't.
with me. Write that
be
down,
still my heart.
everybody.
Be still my heart.
Yes.
Okay.
And mine.
Right.
Well,
and we always get a heated discussion. A lot of times we run out of time to see it, but that's all the more reason for you to go to the app.
Yes.
Because you can check us out,
Yes.
and we're more than just a TV show. So it's a mobile app, it's a business link, and an entertainment network featuring all of Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. So download the app.
Correct.
Right after you get done watching the rest of the show.
Yes. Okay, for Steve, Sandy, and Bill, we'll see you next week.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.